Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com and CansecoCollector.com. Happy Friday. Happy TriStar Baseball Card Show Friday. I will be there from about 3 o'clock until close, I'm sure, unless I get bored. It's been the first time I've been to this card show in a couple of years. I'm going to bring my giant son as well. So if you see us, feel free to say hi. I wanted to do a video because I actually have like this really exciting mail day that just came in, and mail days are few and far between nowadays because I'm not going after everything like I used to. So when I do have cards come in, generally speaking, it's going to be pretty exciting for me. So I'm really looking forward to showing you these cards. Before I do, I wanted to kind of let you know a little bit of the background on these. I've known this guy for a few years now that I got these from, and kind of flew under the radar here a little bit with my relationship with him. But ultimately what had happened was he didn't want to sell any of these. And I've tried over the years and just nothing happened. So he even told me again, I made an offer on these cards. He said no. And I said, well, would you consider please? And I gave him an offer, and he thought about it, and we went back and forth for a couple weeks, and ultimately he said yes, and it knocked me off my feet. I was shocked. Out of all these cards, I'm going to show you 8 cards today. Out of all these 8 cards, I probably have only seen about 3 or so for sale ever, so they're pretty rare. And half of these cards I don't think I've even, or I know for a fact I didn't even have in my old collection. So it's kind of exciting to get some cards that I didn't have when I had everything to begin with. So let me go ahead and do this. And by the way, I'm sorry if this camera looks weird or something. I'm doing this from my phone for the first time just because I like the lighting a lot better on the cards. The webcam that I have just wasn't doing it. So anyways, without further ado, let me show you what I have. Okay, here is the setup that I'm going to do for these. This is the first one. This is a 1998 SPX Trade Winds out of 50. And man, it is so cool. It is shiny. It is right up my alley. My collection needs more of this in it, I think. Well, doesn't need, but you know what I'm talking about. It's got the 3D hologram there, and it's just so cool. A lot of these cards I never really liked because there are several versions of this type of card, but the whole thing is that it's all refractory, and I've never seen it for sale before either. That makes it extra special for me. So it's got the Blue Jays picture here, the A's here, and I mean this is just the epitome of a 90s parallel or insert here, just because it's got so many things going on, and I love that. I miss that in cards today as well. So next one is this 2003 Topps Tribute Pastime Patches. It's an all gold patch, and I've never had a card before of Canseco where it's all gold, and this is the first Topps patch card as well, which is kind of neat. It's numbered to 15. I've only seen one for sale before ever in my life, so it's a very special looking card. It's beautiful. Really like it. Next one up, let me see what order I want to do these in here. Okay, so the next one up is this. I don't normally do buybacks, but this is definitely one I wanted to get back in my collection. I've seen one for sale before ever, and a lot of it's because this is, you know, we've been spoiled with buybacks because of Topps in the past several years, right? But this SP card right here, this buyback is now was put out 19 years ago. So this was from 2000, if I recall correctly. The card itself was obviously a 93 SP, so this is a very, very hard to come by card, and it's numbered out 29. It features Canseco pitching, which is rare in and of itself. 93 SP set itself is just something that's amazing. So you look at the back as well. This is a separate piece, but it's the redemption card, or whatever you call it, the certificate of authenticity card that goes with it. So very cool. I regretted selling it the first time, so I'm so happy to have it back. The next one here, another one I'm so happy to have back, and I've never seen it for sale ever. I had one before, but I traded for it before. So anyways, this is numbered 35 out of 35. It says Sweet Stick Signatures from Sweet Spot Classic. I'm not really a fan of all the Sweet Spot cards that have like the baseball front with the stitching and the signature in the middle, but this one to me stands out, far and away higher than those other ones. So I really knew I wanted to target to get this one back. The signature's awesome. The wood piece is great. It's got the gold borders around it. I love this card, so I'm so happy to have this one back in. Speaking of buybacks from the couple cards ago, this is probably the one that means the most to me right now as far as buybacks go. It's a 2002 Donruss Recollection collection, and it's numbered to 21, I believe. There, and I've seen 2 of these for sale before I sold mine, and I wasn't too heartbroken I sold mine because mine actually had some condition issues. I didn't really like it all that much. This one is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous copy, and the great thing is again, going back to the Topps buybacks, we've been flooded with them over the past probably 4 or 5 years. But the thing with this is that in 1986, the regular Donruss card, Rated Rookie, of course, was making waves, and a few years later, is reported as being sold for $150 or more. Now in 2002, this came out, so that was a 16-year gap from when this was released originally to when they did a buyback. So 16 years, that's a good gap. But the interesting thing about it is between now and when this buyback was released is 17 years. If I remember correctly. So, I mean, this is no doubt the majority of these are going to be locked up forever. I mean, this is an iconic buyback card. So I'm so happy to have this one back. It's in great condition, very nice. And again, I don't really care much for buybacks. I don't really want to go after all of them or whatever. But I wanted to get the 2 key ones that are meant most to me. So. Coming up next, let's see which one I want to do next. Yeah, this one here. So this is a bit of an odd bird. So I sold the regular refractor. The regular refractor is numbered out of 299. This is allegedly numbered out of 25. The thing is, it does not have a serial number. So what I did was I looked into it. I did some research, and it's a beautiful card. Again, this is exactly what I want in my collection, this kind of card here. And what I did was I did some research online, and as it turns out, some of these refractors and gold refractors were actually redemptions. And as such, a lot of the production numbers were not, were not the same. So I don't know if this is really numbered out of 25 or not. This could be a lot lower. I've never seen this for sale, and I actually looked online at some various websites, and I've never seen any sales record data for this. So, and I literally just found this out like about 10 minutes ago. So that's a really, really cool, cool tidbit. I'm not sure if it's, if that's the case, if that's why it's not serial numbered or how many are out there, but it adds to the mystery. So combine the beauty of this card along with the mystery behind it as far as production numbers. That card is right up my alley. So got 2 more to show here. This card is not something I got that I didn't get in, but it's one that is going to match the next one I'm going to show you in a second here. So this is a 1998 Essential Credentials EX Future card. It's numbered to 61. From what I understand, both of the cards, there's a now and a future version. And so when you combine both of the serial numbers together, the print runs, it's going to equal to 101. I'm not sure why, but I think you know where I'm going with this here. This card, by the way, I sold and it was traded to somebody else, and I ended up getting it back. So I followed along just to try to get this back in my collection because it's gorgeous. Well, here is the one I just picked up. I've never seen it for sale before ever, and I am not sure which one I like most. I thought I would like, I didn't think anything could dethrone this one because this is beautiful. But man, this looks like neon and radioactive, and it's just cool. It's it scans terribly. Like I've seen scans online and it looks like an ugly, ugly card on scans. But man, they're beautiful in hand. So Cal Ripken Jr. card of this, actually, interestingly enough, out of 9, just sold for over $2,600. And so, obviously, you know, I wouldn't think that Jose would sell for anywhere near that since it's numbered to 40. But man, it's when I saw that picture of Ripken, I go, man, I really gotta try to get my hands on the Canseco because of how gorgeous it is. So, neat thing is the numbers there. One's 31 and one's 40, or one's 32. So that's kind of a happy accident there. But I'm not sure how many cards actually show Jose with the jersey number of 00. So maybe these are the only ones. I don't know, but. You know, man, I don't know. This is great. So it's going to be hard to dethrone this one for my favorite out of the batch, but here we go. This is the last one, guys. I've never seen this for sale before. There it is. It is number to 15. It's Legendary Duels from Legendary Cuts. It features Canseco and Will Clark. And if you grew up in California, oh my gosh, y'all, like no doubt in the 80s and 90s you had some pickup baseball games. You know, one team would be the A's, the other team would be the Giants. There's a huge rivalry there. So you would either pretend to be one of these guys when you're at bat. You'd be Canseco if you're an A's fan, or you'd be Clark if you're a Giants fan. And I believe that this is the only card that both of them have signed together on the same card. I think. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, but I believe this is it. And I'm not really, like I'm really a patch guy for the most part. And there's a patch version of this. I think it's numbered to 10. But I think I like the autograph version best on this, and that's a very rare exception. Never thought I'd be able to see this in my collection, but this is the, you know, like I said, this is the, I've never seen this for sale before ever. So anyways, I'll do a quick rundown again on what we have. And so we have this right here, the Trade Winds SPX, very pretty, very shiny. The first top patch of Canseco ever, which is an all gold patch, and that's very unique to my collection now and both in the past as well. The 93 SP buyback. The Sweet Spot Sweet Sticks card, gorgeous. 86 rated rookie recollection collection, or recollection collection, as I like to call it sometimes. And the gold refractor, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. 98 EX Essential Credentials, neon radioactive looking card, now out of 40. Love it. And last but not least, the Legendary Duels card, Canseco and Clark. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see y'all at the TriStar show later today.